Hi, I'm Teacher Moffee, and in this class, we will talk about properties of material. So you can find this in your textbook on page 72. All right, so here is the topic, properties of materials. So please write this down into your notebook. All right, so today's class, the students will learn about grouping of materials according to properties, okay? According to electrical property, according to thermal properties, according to how hard or how durable a material is. So here we need different types of material to meet our daily needs, okay? Of course, we use so many kind of materials in one day, so such as spoon, your plate, your fork, your table, your chair, your books, all of them are materials. So they all have a different property, okay? And in this class, we are going to explain all the properties, all right? So some of them are obtained from nature, tamashat, okay? While others are artificial, man-made, okay? They're made by man, all right? And the materials that we get from nature, of course, are wood, silk, cotton, leather, rubber, and coal. There's so many of them, okay? So all these are examples of natural materials, okay? And artificial materials are made by man, such as book, table, chair, etc. All right, so let me just quickly take you through the vocabularies for you to understand some basic terms before we get right into the much details, okay? So here are the vocabularies, okay, of property of materials. Please, next one. Okay, so the first one is hardness, okay? Hardness. Example of hard material can be rock, stone, brick, hard wood. So rock has what? A property which is really hard. And these hard can actually withstand scratches, alloy. Okay, so hardness. The second one is electrical conductivity. So electrical conductivity are, they are materials that can actually allow electric current to flow through them. Okay, and the third one is toughness. So materials that are tough can withstand pressure, okay? So for example, leather, for example, plastic bags are example of toughness, okay? The next one is elasticity or stretch. Kwam yud yun kap in Thai. So here example of elasticity is rubber band, okay? Rubber band. And the next one is thermal conductivity. So this is the ability of a material to conduct heat, okay, to allow heat to pass through, okay. For example, your pan, your cooking pan, your pot, okay, this is an example of thermal conductor. Okay, the next one is density, okay. So this is the amount of matter in an object or in a material, okay. So this is density. We are going to explain each and every one of these in detail. Please, next slide. Let's look at the properties of material. That's the first one. Number two, how properties of material affect their uses. So different material use different property, okay? So in other words, for example, chair, of course, chair is made from wood, and wood is a very, very hard material that can withstand a lot of scratches that can actually stay for a long period of time, okay? So another example that we have here is boots, okay? Boots, this is made up of rubber, and this is very, very durable, okay? Can stay for a very long time. And the next one, of course, socks, fabric. Of course, you guys have socks, right? So socks is also a material and also has its own property, Okay, the next one is coin. Okay, coin of course is very durable. It can stand for many years, for a very long time. So coin, and then this one is rubber band. Okay, is the stretch elastic. Okay, so all these are different materials that also have what? Different properties. Next. Okay, now do you know why different materials are used to make different objects? Do you know why? It's because different material can actually, make materials to stay for a very long time. For example, like I mentioned before, wood. Why people use wood to make table? Of course, it's hard, and table can actually stay for a very long time. Table or chair can actually stay for a very long time. So, material used to make objects are chosen based on their physical property, all right, such as durability, such as hardness, such as toughness, such as mildness, and etc., etc. Okay, so number one, we're gonna get into the detail right now. The first one is elasticity, okay, elastic or stretch. Now, this is a material that is said to be elastic when it can be twisted or stretched easily, okay, all right? And it can be stretched as far as possible without damage or being broken. So this is an example. Rubber band, of course, rubber band, yarn is an example of what? Elastic material that can be stretched for certain limit without being damaged. Next one, teacher. Thank you very much. The next one is hardness, okay? Keng, right? Hardness, very good. So now, the hardness of a material is its ability to withstand scratches, okay? Withstand scratches. So, example, we have the hammer, we have the nails, okay? So this is a very typical example of a hard material, okay? We have to use the hammer to nail it into wood or any material or any surface, okay? So the next one, of course, is the diamond. It's really hard. It's a hard material. So this just kind of show you an example of a hard material. All right, next slide. Yes, number 3, we're gonna get into toughness. Toughness. Tough materials are not easily breakable. You cannot break them, okay, easily, and can withstand high pressure. For example, plastic bag. Of course, that's why they say don't use plastic, use paper bag, because they are biodegradable. But plastics are not biodegradable. They cannot melt away. They cannot, degrade into earth. So they stay for a very, very long time. They're very durable. So of course, toughness, plastic bag, and they withstand pressure very well. Okay, next one. All right, now let's move to the fourth one, thermal conductivity. Now, thermal conductivity of a material is the measure of its ability to conduct heat. So in a shorter way, they allow heat to flow through them. So we have the thermal conductor, we have the thermal insulator. Now, insulator are materials that do not allow electric or heat to flow through them. So, for example, let's look at this, okay? So this is a pot, and this is your stove or your gas, okay, or your heat radiation, and this is the conduction, okay, evaporation, convection. So the heat is what? Is now heating the pot, and the pot allow what? The heat to flow through to heat up the water. Now, in some pots, you have the rubber or the wooden handle, and that is an example of insulator, because you can grab it, you can hold it, you can take it off from the stove without being hurt. So there is insulator, okay, or your fabric, okay? It's an example of insulator. Don't worry, we're going to talk about this more in our face-to-face class. All right, next one. So the next one on the list is the electrical conductivity. So this is the ability of a material to carry the flow of an electric current. So these allow electric current to flow through them, okay? So for example, you can see right here, this is a conductor, and this is a diagram of an insulator. So a key is a good conductor. Why? Because it is made up of metal. Okay, so metal is an example of conductor because it allows electric current to flow through it. So you can see, you can put a key here, you can still have your light bulb lit up. Okay, and then this one is wood, and like I already mentioned, wood, fabric, plastic, rubber are example of insulator. So insulator are materials that do not allow electric or heat to flow through. So right here, a pencil is an example, okay? A wood doesn't. So once you put it here, the light bulb is not gonna lit up because it is an insulator, okay? Next one. All right, now let's move to the next one, density. So density is equals to mass more and volume, okay? So mass is the amount of matter in a material, okay? So think of it like this. Your table, your chair has what? They all are made up of matter, okay? So for example, here I got a very typical example for you, the brick. So the brick, of course, is heavy, right? When you put it on a scale, it's gonna tell you, okay, how many kilograms is in this, okay? So this is just to make you understand quite easy. So mass is in every material, okay? And it is the amount of matter in a material. So matter is in everything, okay? It's what we use in our daily lives, okay? Now let's move to the next one. This is the formula for density. So density is equals to mass over volume. Now, what is volume? Volume is the amount of space a material takes up. So it's quite easy to understand. So volume, for example, liquid, okay, we put it into the jars. As you can see here, this is what? A volume, okay? It can take up a shape of what? The container. It takes up the space in a container. So, for example, your water bottles, okay? I have something in here, which is what? Water. So water is, now I can measure how much I have in this plastic bottle. So which is the volume of water in this plastic bottle. Now it's not filled up, it's a little bit quarter. So this is all about volume, okay? Let's move to the next one, teacher. Okay, so now you have your homework. I will send it to the line group, and please guys try to do it, and thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, please reach out to me in line. Let's talk more. Take care of yourself. See you in the next class. Bye bye.